Yo, what up? This is Kameel Hasaun, aka Diezel. We all got a story to tell, a lesson to learn. This is my story. Yo, what up, though? It's Kameel Hasaun, aka Diezel. This is my story of my mother. I'm 42, brother. Blessed to see 42. Born and raised in Detroit, west side of 7 Mile.
And where do you currently reside?
That's TMI. I know I stay in
As
Clinton
far
Town.
as cities.
I stay in Clinton Township.
Um, how would you say was your upbringing? Poor, middle class, or rich?
Poor as fuck. Oh, you didn't say poor as fuck, my bad. Poor as fuck, yeah.
Did you grow up in a single or co-parenting home?
Single. There's my mom.
Why wasn't your dad there?
Shit. Shit, that's how relationships go. You know what I'm saying? That's how shit happens.
How do you feel it affected you not growing up with a man in the house?
A lot. I feel like, well, God bless single mothers, but you know, at the same time, a young man or a man should not, no matter who the adult is in your life, they're gonna influence you. So, being influenced by a woman when you're a young man, it's just not good. You know what I'm saying? When you want to become a man, so in our community, that's crazy. So it's kind of why so emotional. So for me, it affected me on it. I was emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because these are habits I'm raised around. You know what I'm saying? I got two sisters, two older sisters, and my brother was, he was doing his own thing. He was off and out. So, you know what I'm saying? So for me, thank God for Pastor Hicks up the street. Basketball coaches, James Murray, brother at church, Marcel Benton, that was like my brother. But, I had like strong male examples in my life. So, God blessed me with that to where I wasn't too far behind and acting like a fucking female when I became an adult male, you know what I'm saying?
As a kid, what did you think you were going to be?
At first, I wanted to be a basketball player. I did. I wanted to be an athlete. And throughout high school, I played ball in high school, church league, rec league, any league that let me hoop, And the more I got through high school, the more I realized that, if I wanted to be a ball player, I would have to work at it, you know what I'm saying? And the game was always just fun to me. We did that shit all day, but to make that my job and my life, that was really just, you know what I'm saying, just really didn't feel right. Just felt like fun for me, you know what I'm saying? So, I still hooped in my adult years, but I let it go after high school. But yeah, that was it. And then I, right when I got in high school, late middle school, high school, that's when Trick was doing, the Goon Squad thing, and that kind of sparked my interest in being an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I ended up for a minute.
So, how far did you get in your education?
High school, 12. That's it. 12th grade. I did a little bit of college, but not enough to claim. You feel me?
At what age do you feel you became a man?
Shit. It happened in stages. Like, I bullshitted my whole 20s. I really fucked my whole 20s off. You know what I'm saying? And when I say fucked them off, I don't mean, I was just wasting time, but I really wasn't doing shit, but you know what I'm saying? Mobbing, getting high, getting money, fucking these hoes, in the studio, hitting the road, all the, you know what I'm saying? Well, nothing substantial, nothing. So my daughter was born in 2013, and at that point, I had been to jail a bunch of times, caught a couple cases. I really just felt like, you know, it wasn't instantly. When she was born in 2013, and it took some time to, you know, get to that point. But I got shot in 2008. That was kind of the first stages that kind of put me into more, you know what I'm saying, just thinking about how I'm doing stuff, what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, you know what I mean? And then 2013, she was born. It took me a few years after that, you know what I'm saying? So to be honest, in my mid to late 30s, if you want me to be honest, you know what I'm saying, about being a man mentally and being bigger than stupid shit and knowing when to, you know what I'm saying? Real talk.
What was your early struggle as an artist?
That's a good question. It was the struggle was to remain artistic and true to self within your art. You know what I'm saying? The music industry or you know, in certain industries you got certain sounds. You know, and Detroit was one of those places where, you know, we had a certain sound. You know what I mean? When it came to popular sound. But we wasn't doing that. We was doing like gangster funk, you know what I'm saying? Our own groove shit we grew to. So for me, it was really like that part right there, you know, being influenced to do kind of what everybody else is doing as opposed to being true to the artist, you know what I'm saying? So for me, honestly, once I figure I ain't finna be no fucking rapper, is when I started making my best music. You know, I still love the studio, still love to record, still love all that shit, but it's really just, you know, it's a love I got, so, you know.
So how do you overcome those struggles?
You know, honestly, bro, being the captain of the Goon Squad, bro, being front line for all those years of mobbing, it came to a place here in the city where, like, nobody was fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We had to, you know, we was shutting shit down, we was tearing shit up, and everybody was like, man, fuck them niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that part right there really put me in a place where, you know, man, fuck what these people say, bro. You know, it ain't, you know, it ain't really our place to get people to understand what we do as people. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are. It ain't your place to get a motherfucker to understand what you doing or what the point behind what you doing. Everybody don't get it. So for me, that helped me just be like, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. I'm gonna do how I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So.
Now, did you have anyone close to you that didn't support you?
That didn't support me?
Yeah, didn't.
Shit, a lot of people. Yeah. You know, for me, you know, I understood early, that everybody got their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So even as a kid, you know, coming up, basketball games, shit, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody coming to that shit. You know, it wasn't like they didn't want to. Everybody had their own thing going. So for me, I just learned not to focus on who wasn't supporting, you know what I'm saying? And focus on who is supporting. But yeah.
Who was your biggest supporter?
My lady April. I would have to say her. I got a few other people that, you know, support the fuck up TK. You know, shit, that's, you know, it's a far throw. It's a far, well, it ain't a far throw, I should say. Yeah, it ain't, you know, I don't have a lot of supporters like that, bro. I just don't. It's just, I don't know. I don't know.
As far as relationships, what was your best personal relationship?
That's a good
You don't have
question.
to name names.
That's a good question. Um, Best personal relationship. My God, let's see. Yeah. Well, that was kind of business, but okay, no.
Well, that's gonna be my next
Okay,
question.
okay, well, yeah, okay.
Business
No,
and
it ain't,
personal.
okay, no, okay. But my personal, it's probably my, my brother, my homeboy Marcel from, my childhood. When I became a teenager, all of my friends in the neighborhood, surrounded by around the block, everybody I hooped with every day, was kind of taking a turn. They was picking up sacks and getting in the, you know what I'm saying? And my homeboy Marcel, we went to the same church because my mama made us go to church. So my homie Marcel, we went to the same church, and he was older than me, and he really was just a great influence, man. Like he was always fun, upbeat, charming with the ladies, you know what I'm saying, well dressed, you know what I'm saying. So he was really a great example for me because I was rough around the edges. We ain't have a lot, you know what I'm saying. So really being influenced by him those years, it kept me, because he went to church and he was serious about church, serious about God, and we hooped. So that really kept me from turning into the homies who I really grew up with, you know what I'm saying? Like, grew up around, and they all dead right now. So that was God looking out for me. So that was for sure my best personal.
What about in business?
Mikey Eckstein.
What's your worst personal relationship?
Worst personal relationship. I'm really good with. Is you tell like a chick or like a just whatever?
Hey, I had a lot of niggas say they baby mama.
No. Me and my son's mother, we had a rough relationship, but that was just due to poor communication, immaturity on both parts. Really
Right.
just it really. Now that I look back, it didn't feel like it was about the kids. It felt like hurt from what I'm saying, from both of us. So it's not her. Worst personal relationship. Yeah, it was a girl who would come cut tires and pour paint on cars, and yeah, she was off the chain, Brody. She was. That's probably the worst. Cause when I get a bad vibe by somebody, I usually don't get cool with people that I don't have a good feeling about, male or female.
Right. What was your worst relationship in business?
Shit, the motherfucker who was running a sloppy weed house and got my goddamn weed took by the police. Shit. Yeah, the worst.
What have you learned about relationships?
The same thing with everything in life, man. You have to stick to the basics. You know what I'm saying? We make shit so complicated, you know what I'm saying, veering off to the number one, communication, man. We don't really know, as a people, don't really know how to communicate with each other. And it took me years and I'm still working on it. I don't really I'm not really the best at it because just grew up in a situation where it was just poor communication. People hollered at you, hit, my dad and shit used to hit us upside the head and shit. That's poor communication. So, a motherfucker don't know how to pull you to the side and say, hey, listen to me. This is why I'm saying this. I need you to understand this, instead of just hauling off and whacking you, but that's generational shit. So I don't fault him. That's how he was raised. So, the main thing really is just being able to talk and just respect, just communication and respect, because at the end of the day, even if we don't fit in the relationship to where, to where we together, or, It don't need to be that animosity and that, but you know, it's hurt feelings and, you know, but at the same time, man, you gotta just put your, you know, your ego aside, man, and, you know, I don't have no enemies, you know what I'm saying, because I know how to, you know what I'm saying, admit when I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying, stand down, and, you know, all of that shit. It just come with wisdom, I guess, being alive.
There's somebody somewhere watching this that want to be a rapper or they want to be an actor. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, where you at today, you went through a lot of trials and tribulations. Try to help them avoid those trials and tribulations to get to where you are today. What advice do you have for them?
Do the fucking right thing at all times. You know, a lot of times we fuck up our own time and our own life and we get in our own way, you know what I'm saying? Lying, cheating, and stealing. You know what I'm saying? We cheat ourselves of the greatness of life by doing that type of shit. So, man, follow your first mind. Do what make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Follow your dreams, man. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. You know what I mean? Be honest, you know, be trustworthy, you know, tell the truth, you know, speak your mind, but, you know, have a decency about it, you know what I mean? It's the right way to do every fucking thing, you know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna always do the right thing, but just try to do the right thing all the time. You know, they say God know your heart, and that's the only thing that matters. And I feel like that's kind of the basis of karma, you know what I'm saying? You might fuck up or do something fucked up and not really mean it, you know what I'm saying? Karma understand that, or, you know, God understand that. So just for the most part, man, just do the right thing.
All right, what's your focus on life and in business?
I wanna continue to act. I wanna be one of the greats. I do. Now that I found acting, it's more than a passion. It's, you know, it's my life. You know, it's something that my grandfather put in my blood, and, you know, and now it's just time to put my whole focus into that and building generations of actors and art, you know what I'm saying, through the gift that God gave me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, I want to, open school, a school, I want to start a film company, and, you know, and I want to do all type of films, you know what I'm saying? Action film, gangster movies, black and white, LGBT, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a lane, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I want to own my own wine, you know, my own vineyard, you know, my own company. I want a tequila company. Yeah, I just want to get into, you know what I'm saying, the things I'm into, and you know what I mean. I would love to get back into coaching, but you know, that's just gonna take some time. You know what I mean? So.
Chokenojoke, you know what it is. Yo, y'all niggas better stay DL, down low. Stop flossing, man. You just want them to just come and get you? Learn from our mistakes, man. That's what this is about, learn from mistakes. Chokenojoke, let's go. You already know. Make it love, let's go. My aim was enlightened, drop jewels on you. You thinking I'm jealous, I ain't got cheddar like you. I'm the dude to a game, you got school. Was a local cat, snatch you when I made moves. I'm paranoid and preaching, you was sleeping.